Hello and welcome back to Stroke by Stroke. Today I want to work on an idea continuing what I discovered yesterday with the tissue paper and pan pastels and all that. I have someone who has requested like a deep space image. So that's what I'm going to try and do today. And considering yesterday was the very first time I ever did this technique, we're all in for an experiment. So I have chosen colored tissue paper this time. I have some silver and some black and some purple. Don't know if I'm going to use this one or not. That's awfully bright and light. Here's a darker blue. I don't really have a navy though. That was weird. And also, I don't know if I'm going to use this or not, but it's like a lilac. So let's go ahead and get started. I have put some of my gel acrylic medium in here, and this is a disposable container, and so I've been collecting little containers forever, and I guess it's time that I start using it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some water in here and then come over here with my brushes. And I'll use this brush. It is my 12 filbert. And I'm just going to... And I'm not going to put the wash in first this time. I'm just going to go ahead and put a layer of black tissue. So... And it is still really cold. Last night it got down to, the lowest I was aware of was 11 below, and that's pretty darn cold. But at least the wind was actually not blowing last night, so that helps. So even though it was a lower temperature, the wind chill was actually higher, which I don't quite understand why. The wind chill, when it was negative 11, the wind chill said it was negative 10. So, woohoo, heat wave. So yeah, be safe out there if you are in the area that is getting this Arctic blast. It's supposed to go on for, I think, a couple more days, and then it's supposed to just be cold, not absolutely frigid like this. So I'll take it. And I have noticed ever since yesterday I made that picture and I got like really excited about it because I discovered something new. My mood has been significantly better. So art is amazing that way. Whenever I feel engaged in my art, I feel just so much better, both emotionally and physically. They kind of go together, actually. So yeah, my pain levels are, well, they're definitely there, but not nearly as bad as if I'm also depressed. And I'm still dealing with the depression. Doesn't mean that it suddenly stopped. But I feel a lot more available to deal with it. So, yay for healing through art. Okay. So I'm just putting this down, and I'll put more layers. And now I'm going to come back in here and put another layer of the acrylic medium. and get that stuck down. So it had acrylic, well, hello, okay. It had acrylic medium first. Now it's got acrylic medium over, and maybe that'll just be a rip. That would be kind of cool. A rip in the space-time continuum. And of course, you know, the goal today is to try and make a deep space image, which I used to do a lot when I first started doing art as a teen. But I honestly haven't done it too much. I used to do it in Photoshop a lot when I was teaching Photoshop. So yeah. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to put this yummy darker purple in. And just like yesterday, I'm overlapping and just kind of doing whatever feels like I should do with this paper. And I'm not too worried about getting this 100% incorporated, the water and the medium, because it, I don't think, matters that much. So. And it's pretty neat. You can see where the hole, you know, is a lot lighter because the ground behind it is white. So that's kind of fun. I really like letting the material just kind of dictate. I mean, this is still, I'm calling this an intuitive image based on a theme. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. I'm actually going to do the thing where you just put this over to overlap instead of cutting it, because I kind of liked what happened yesterday when I did that. So I'm going to do it again, because my world, in this case possibly the universe, my rules, or lack thereof. So and yeah, I'm using the evil tape, masking tape again, because till it's gone, or until I can afford to get something less destructive to the paper, I'm gonna keep going with it. So this is art on a budget too. So I wonder what the weather's like wherever you are. If you want to drop that in the comments, that would be cool. because here I'm getting pretty sick, frankly, of all the cold, but not much I can do about it. So I paint. It's how I deal with it. It's pretty much how I deal with just about everything. This paper is a different brand, and it is much more prone to disintegrating. So that's good to know. Different brands of material and different, you know, time frames of the same material even, you know, may give different results. So I personally kind of like that wild card aspect to some of this. Then again, you know, I get impatient with too much routine. So, okay. Now I'm going to dry that. But first I'm going to put a little bit more purple, because that's actually disintegrating way more than I want it to. Yeah, put a little piece over there too. Okay, and now I'm going to use my hair dryer, which means I need to pause you, and then I will be back momentarily. Okay, so it is still tacky, but not completely dry, but that's okay. I'm going to start working with some mica powders here. This is Arteza mica powder, sapphire blue. This is Arteza mica powder chameleon blue. And then these two are, actually I got them for nails, and I don't know if you can see very well, but this is a kind of a purple reddish shimmer, so that could be interesting. And then this is also one, and this one's called Mink. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I have other colors here too, so I may switch off and on, so we'll see. And I also made some more of the acrylic medium. This is the acrylic medium I've been using. It's Handy Art. I bought this a long time ago when I was actually in grad school. The one thing to pay attention to is if it dries clear, and this does. So I'm just going to put this here. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, great. I thought about putting the mica in this, but I think I'm gonna just use the medium itself on here. And this is gonna be like a shimmery, maybe, you know, background space gas thing. I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna go, but we will learn together. So, haven't opened this one yet. That's a really pretty purple, though. It's very similar to the purple here. Let go. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and just put this into an empty plastic container. This is great. The instant microwave rice came. This is what originally came on here, so. Oh, yeah, that's got a pretty blue shimmer to it. I don't know if it's picking up or not, but it is really pretty. So I'm just gonna put it in various places here. Not all over, I don't think. Okay. And now let's do that sapphire blue. Do that in a different cup. There's the color of that, so very pretty. Okay, put this is just a cream cheese container. Well, I think it was what? Smoked salmon. Yeah, I like that on bagels, actually. Oh, careful when you put your brush in. You could do what I just did, which is kind of put it everywhere. Okay, yeah. I'm digging it. You can tell I'm old because I say digging it. I used to say that back in like the 70s or 80s. I was a wee bairn. Born in '69, so I'm old. One of those crotchety X-Gen folks you hear about. Well, yeah. Okay, so there's that one. And put the lid on it before I spill the whole thing, because that is so my MO. And now I'm going to use this sort of greenish, purplish. And put just a little bit here. This is an old Noosa yogurt container. I really love Noosa. Oh, shimmery green. Yeah. I like shiny things. You know, I'm basically a magpie. All right, and I'm gonna come back here, pick up some other colors too. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and then dry this. So I'm just going to turn off the lights here and see if you can. No, you probably can't see anything. Nope. All right, I'll be back. I dried it. It's still damp, but I'm trying to keep it as flat as I can. The The next tutorial, I think I'm gonna dig out, I have some wood panel. They're small, you know, like that big, but try this technique on wood panel and see how that does. I'm gonna add some like cloudy nebula-ish stuff, and this is the Arteza mica powder, and this is Periwinkle Glow. And I'm just going to use my finger here, and where do I want to add? I'll do it right here. I have no idea if this is going to work, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, just putting in some contrast. Okay. And oh, there's a little piece. Okay. I'm going to do basically like a moon or planet or something here. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use a much smaller, this is an 8 filbert. I'm going to wet it first. Okay. And now I'm going to pick up a little bit of that medium that I made. And just going to do this. Okay. Let's see, where else? Maybe, let's see here. Oh, we'll do a great big one right here. Going off the page. You know, and if you want to be perfect, you could use like a stencil, a circle stencil or something, but I'm not actually going to do that. So. I'll do a little one over here. Okay, so I'm going to stop with that for right this minute, and I'm going to come over here with my silver. I don't know what this is going to do, but we're going to try it. Crinkle it up really good. Doesn't want to tear in a circle. Okay. Did I do that the wrong side? Yes, I sure did. Okay. Now I'll just put this in here. And I'll come back to this little filbert and just try and get this to play nice. Nope, stick to my finger. I'm going to take a small palette knife here and just kind of squish that into a little bit better of a circle. Obviously, won't be a perfect circle, but that's okay. Otherwise, you know, it'd be like some crappy AI image or something, right? I had my brief moment with AI art, and then I started, you know, really thinking about where are they getting the source stuff. I would run my own images through the AI filter, but I really didn't feel right about it, so I kind of stopped that. Okay, so now let's re-wet this circle here. And of course, make it bigger every time I do this. It's okay. And this one I didn't try to make a circle first. I'm just gonna see how this goes with just forcing it to be circle-ish. Because it really just didn't do very well trying to tear it. So okay, we're gonna say that's a circle. Come back here. Okay. And I'm choosing 3 because 3 is better than 2 or 4, just from a composition standpoint. So now, oops. Okay, so trying to tear it here is not working so well for me. All right, fine. See, the problem with folding the metallic paper is you lose kind of the metallic aspect, but I'm going to come back with pigment. I'm not sure if I'm going to use watercolor or what, but come in and actually define these shapes a little bit better. Add some shade and give it some shade. That sounds ominous. Have to cover that little spot if I'm trying to do the illusion of it being circular, but we may have left circular a while ago. And the irony of this is I absolutely hate touching wet paper. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, so the fact that I keep touching it. But I'm all about pushing back and my boundaries just a little bit in a healthy way, so yeah, I'm trying to deal with it. It looks like tape, duct tape. I'll have to do something about the duct tapiness of this. Okay. And now I'm gonna come in here and add, because the shiny didn't do what I was hoping it would do. So I'm just putting water on a round brush, and I'm just gonna pick up some of that periwinkle glow and just make a big mess. Well, that doesn't look like duct tape anymore, so I like that. Give it a little halo around the outside. That way it's kind of like it has a little atmosphere or something. I just added a little water. Just sort of fading it on. Okay. So, let's see here. I'm going to use that greenish. And this is a little bit rougher mica. And it was for nails, not for painting pictures, but who cares? Okay, so there's that one. And now I want to do the blue. This will be a blue planet. Okay, so there's all that. Now, I'm going to go over here just to my water and clean my brush. And I am going to use some of my neutral tint M-gram. This is watercolor. Just put that there. And I'm going to add some shadow. And you'll see I'm putting the shadow on the same side of all three. All right. And now I'm gonna pick up some of my white gouache, also M-gram. I didn't mean to quite do that. Okay. And just coming back into the mica with some water. All I'm doing is just reinforcing the actual color. I'm trying to blend the highlights and the shadows a little bit more with the actual color. Oops, wrong color. Okay. Come back in here. Well, that was a little more, but it's all right. Let's see what happens. Okay. And I'm going to go back here to, what am I going to use? Actually, I'm going to come here and use the metallic watercolors, mica watercolors that I have. And let's see here, what do I want to do? Let's do some of this dark. I'm going to use a little silver. It's kind of a bluish silver, medium color. And let's see here. Let's go with the silvery silver. Another one wasn't quite, it was too dark. Okay. Let's go for a bright gold. The point here is not to do it too radically. You know, try and make it layered up and okay. And let's see here. Let's go for bright red. I'm gonna just come in here and yeah. Get that all to play together. Yeah. Now I'm going to come back in and And last but not least, Sharpie. Oh, dang it. Oh, I don't know if that shows or not, but I just burst a blood vessel. And I'm on warfarin, blood thinners. So that's not something that feels very good. Ow. God. Being in a body that is rebelling against you is not fun. Chronic illness sucks. Okay. Ouch. Now I'm going to come in here with a very small brush. I'm just going to add some little like star bursts. No idea if these will show on the video or not, but they're looking kind of cool here. Okay, well, you know, I'm gonna just hit it with just a little bit of this, like around in here. All right, something's missing over here. What's missing? All right, I'm gonna call it done. So this has been Stroke by Stroke. Thank you for joining me for this intuitive multimedia deep space journey.